Hello there, and welcome to Learn English with Monica. Today's lesson is about the present perfect. The present perfect can seem confusing, but it really isn't as bad as you think. We use the present perfect to talk about the following: something that started in the past and continues in the present. To talk about experiences from the past up until now, the time is not specified. An action performed during a period that has not yet finished. Something that happened in the past, but is still important in the present. An action that was completed in the very recent past. By the way, I have a special guest today. This is my cat Lucky, and he wants to be my special assistant, don't you? You want to help me? Say hello. My name is Lucky. Now, I know this is a lot to take in, but not to worry. I will break it down and explain each point to you. Before we start this is how you construct the past perfect. Subject, for example, I, she, we, they, plus has or have, plus the past participle form of the verb, which is used with present perfect, plus the rest of the sentence. For example, I have been to Spain many times. You have travelled all around Asia. She has climbed Mount Everest. Now let's form the negative. Subject plus has not, hasn't for short, or have not, haven't, plus past participle, plus rest of the sentence. For example, I haven't been to New Zealand. She hasn't seen any of the Harry Potter films. You can also use never with negative past perfect sentences. For example, I have never been to New Zealand. She has never seen any of the Harry Potter films. Now let's look at the uses of the present perfect in more detail. Number 1, something that started in the past and continues in the present. You can use present perfect to talk about something that happened in the past, but is still true and still the case in the present. For example, she has lived in Australia since 2016. She moved to Australia in 2016 and she's still living there now. They have been married for 50 years. They got married 50 years ago and they're still married now. Number 2, to talk about experiences from the past up until now. The time is not specified. We use present perfect to talk about life experiences. This includes things that you have and haven't done. For example, I have been to Cuba. I have published a book. I have never seen Star Wars. This is very true. When we're talking about life experiences, exactly when it happened is not important. You can't use a specific time with past perfect experiences. For example, you can't say, I have been to Cuba last year. I need to use the past simple if I want to specify when I went to Cuba. For example, I went to Cuba last year. I went to Italy in 2019. You can also use present perfect to talk about how many times you've experienced something. For example, I've seen the film Titanic 20 times. Again, this is true. I love Titanic. She's been to Spain 6 times. The difference between past perfect and present perfect is that the past tense focuses on a complete and finished action. Whilst with the present perfect, although these actions have happened in the past, your life hasn't finished yet. You may have been to France 10 times, but you might go to France another 10 times in your life. I've seen Titanic 20 times, but I might see it even more times in my life, and I probably will. Present perfect leaves room for more life experiences. So go on, live your life and live your dreams. Number 3, an action performed during a period that has not yet finished. The past perfect is used to talk about actions performed during a period which is not yet finished. For example, I have been to the cinema twice this week. The week isn't over yet, and I may go to the cinema more times. He has been on holiday 3 times this year. This year isn't finished, and he may go on even more holidays. Number 4, something that happened in the past, but is still important now in the present. The present perfect is used to talk about something that happened in the past, especially the recent past, and has an effect on the present day. For example, my car has broken down. I can't get to work. The present result is not being able to get to work. Jenny has lost her phone. She's panicking. The present result is that Jenny is panicking. Number 5, an action that was completed in the very recent past. We're on to our last point now. The present perfect is used to describe something that happened in the very recent past. We often use just to imply that it happened very recently. For example, I've just missed the bus. The plane has landed. That's it for now. I hope that you found this video useful. Like and subscribe if you like this video. I'll see you next time.